Hi everyone, I'm Max Golov, the co-founder of Komuna Studios in Portugal. We all buy clothes online all the time. We look at these perfect product photos and we don't think about how much work is behind them. Today I will show you the inside of e-commerce photo shoot for a great clothing brand, SZ Blockprints. They are our friends and I will leave a link to their website in the description below. We shot about 40 items today, and in this video I will show you our full workflow from studio prep and working with mannequins to light setup and tricks that save a lot of time on retouching. This video will be super useful if you are a photographer or a studio owner, because e-commerce is a great direction for business. But also it will be interesting for anyone who just wants to know how these things are made. Make sure to watch until the end. Let's go. Everything starts with the location. We are shooting in our own studio on a white cyclo. First we prepare the light for the background. I mount a Godox AD400 light with a small softbox on a motorized truss. Here in Portugal we call it Americana. We mount it high and point it directly at the background so the white color is completely even. If you don't have a truss like this in your studio, it's not a problem at all. You can use a regular boom arm or simple light stand on the side. The main goal is to light the background behind the mannequin. I will control the power of all lights from my camera using a Godox trigger. Next we set up the main light for the clothes. I use two Godox AD600 Pro lights. Mostly you can use any flashlights available in your studio. The main thing is to have at least 3 lights in total, and they must be powerful enough so you can shoot with closed aperture to keep everything sharp. It's the best to use large softboxes. The rule is simple: the larger softbox, the softer and more even the light on the cloth. My softboxes are slightly different, so later I will adjust the power on each light to make them match perfectly. An important detail for creating volume is black flags. Before we shoot, we place 2 large black foam boards on the sides of the mannequin with the black side facing the cloth. This helps blocking extra light reflections from the white walls of the studio. It creates a beautiful deep contrast on the sides of the cloth and separates them from the background. The workplace must be comfortable. I move a table with my laptop close to the shooting area to see the result immediately. We connect the camera to the laptop with a tether cable. Always use a special safety plate under the camera to fix the cable. If you accidentally pull the wire without it, you can damage the camera port. For this shoot I use Capture One software. I'm just used to it because it's very comfortable for this kind of photography. But Lightroom works great too if you prefer. It also supports tethering and has similar features. We save images directly to the laptop, but we also save them on the camera memory card at the same time. If your camera allows you to record to the card and the laptop together, always use this function to have a backup. I use a Canon R5 camera. You can shoot with any camera, but a high-resolution RAW format is important, so the retoucher can crop the image without losing quality. My lens is a Zoom RF 2470 f2.8L, and I shoot around 50 to 70 mm. A zoom lens is very useful because you can easily change the frame size depending on the clothing item. We try to fill most of the frame with the cloth to keep all the details. Keep the tripod height right in the middle of the item. We don't shoot from top or bottom to avoid perspective distortion. When we change the item to a bigger one, we adjust the camera height. Before starting, we always check the client's guide. They send us a document with all the technical details, a square format of 2000 by 2000 pixels, 300 ppi, and an sRGB color profile. Also, they want a version with a specific cream color background. We just shoot on a clean white now, and the retoucher will add that color later in the post-production. While I was setting up the lights, my assistant was already preparing the cloth. Usually clothes arrive in boxes, and they can be very wrinkled or sometimes not too bad, but you must steam them anyway. It is important to organize everything, unpack the clothes, divide them by categories, and hang them on rail. Good team workflow is key to e-commerce. The photographer should not wait. While I shoot one item, the assistant is already steaming the next one. We use a good steamer and only distilled water. We use only plastic hangers. Never use wooden hangers because the hot steam can damage the wood and stain light cloth. We remove all paper tags before the shoot and put them back after we finish. Now let's talk about the mannequin. We use a special transparent body without arms or legs. It has mounts on the neck, back and bottom for different types of shooting. Right now it is fixed on a C-stand with an extension arm. This extension is very helpful because it lets you hang the mannequin from the side when you shoot pants, but for tops we put it directly on top of the C-stand. There are very expensive professional mannequins with magnetic parts. Honestly, I haven't worked with them yet. I only worked with this one, and I think it has a great advantage because it has no arms or legs and it gives you more flexibility and options for customization. I'm not even sure if I want to try these expensive ones because this simple works perfectly. Let me show you how it works. Our first item is a light dress. The sleeves are short and they just hang down without any shape. So we take a simple plastic or thick paper, roll into a tube and put it inside the sleeves to create natural volume. At the beginning we take a photo with a gray card. In the software we use the white balance eyedropper. Click on the gray card and get the perfect color. Then we apply these settings to all photos. You can also do this by clicking on the white background, but gray card is much better because it gives the most accurate color results. We also adjust basic contrast and brightness so every new photo arrives on the laptop almost ready. We close the aperture at least to f6.3 or even more so the whole item is sharp. The main lights are at 1/32 power and the background light is at half. In e-commerce, speed is very important. We try to make only one perfect shot. We take a test photo, the assistant fixes a wrinkle, we take the final photo and move on. Don't take 20 photos on the item, or you will spend too much time choosing later. Our client only needs the front view, so we don't turn the mannequin. But how do we show the inside part with the brand label? The mannequin blocks it, so we take the dress off, the assistant holds the neck part, open with their hands, and we take a separate photo. The retoucher will cut this inside part and add it to the main photo later to create the Ghost Mannequin effect. We delete all bad shots immediately. Next item is a shirt. Here we use a time-saving trick. The sleeves of the shirt are completely symmetrical, so we can mirror them in the post-production. We hide one sleeve behind the mannequin. In the other sleeve, we put a plastic tube, and the assistant holds it slightly at the bottom. We take the photo, and later the retoucher will mirror this perfect sleeve to the other side. This makes the final image perfectly symmetrical and saves a lot of time. Now we move to the pants. We changed the setup. We hang the mannequin by the back using the extension arm. Now the stand is on the side and we doesn't block the pants. We lower the camera and the softboxes to face the pants directly. Fixing the strings and bows nicely is very important here. For these pants we put a plastic tube inside one leg and fix it with a transparent tape to remove wrinkles. The second leg is just hangs freely. We shoot here only one side and the retoucher will mirror it. But this trick doesn't work for everything. This next pair of pants has a complex asymmetrical prints. The pattern is different on each leg, so we cannot mirror it. We had to prepare both legs perfectly by hand and shoot the whole item. It took more time, but we must follow the client's request. At the end, we shoot the accessories, the bags. We have a simple white cube in our studio. Putting bags on this cube is very useful because you can easily set up lights at the proper level. To make the bags look high quality and hold their shape, we fill them from the inside with a bubble wrap or paper. We arrange the handles exactly like the client wants. You might hear that some high-volume studios shoot 100 or even 150 items in one single day. Yes, this is totally possible, but usually only for fast fashion and basic clothes, like simple white t-shirts where nobody cares about the details. But when you work with the premium brands, everything changes. For cheap mass-market items, you just throw the clothes on a mannequin and click. But for high-end e-commerce with complex prints and delicate fabrics, like in our case, we spend a lot more time on each item. Our volume today was around 40 items, and it took us about 12 hours. We spent extra time with clamps, tapes and plastic tubes because we care about quality. If you rush and make a crooked photo, the pattern will look broken and you will ruin the design. And if you shoot super premium items like heavy winter jackets or complex underwear, it can easily take 20 minutes for just one single photo because the preparation is too difficult. Everything is individual, and in our studio we always choose the perfect balance between high speed and top tier quality. It is much better to spend extra minute on set than spend hours fixing missing mistakes in Photoshop later. And finally, we split the shoot into 2 days because it was more comfortable for us to have like 6 hours and 6 hours periods for shooting. But if you can always shoot this volume in 1 day, on the second day you have to set all the lights, camera height and white balance all over again. Now look at the result. Here is the photo from the studio with the tubes and clamps. And here is the final image for the online shop. The retoucher removed the mannequin, added the inside label, mirrored the sleeves and legs and cleaned all the small wrinkles. The product now looks clean, professional and expensive. As you can see, commercial e-commerce photography is about logic, speed and knowing small tricks, plastic tubes and tape. Write a comment below if you knew about sleeve mirroring tricks. And let me know what type of shoots you want to see next, maybe jewelry or shoes. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I am Max Golov. See you in the next videos. Bye!